Hey folks, and welcome back to Glenn and Adrian's Rock Talk. That's Adrian.
And that's Glenn.
And today we're starting another new show of The Warnings. It's actually a fairly old show, and it's not that long. I think there's only 7 songs on the set list. They were opening for a band called The Killers in their hometown of Monterrey, Mexico, in 2018. I believe this was April 2nd, 2018, for those of you keeping score. And we thought it would be really interesting to see them in what I think is their very first time in an arena performing. So a big milestone. You know, Ali at this point is only 13 years old, and the rest of the band, of course, not that much older. So it was a big thrill, I'm sure. But I thought it would be nice to go back and check out a little bit of the early stuff again that they did. And now we're talking 6 years, 6 years, 4 months, something like that. So it's been a little while. They're playing songs mostly off of 21st Century Blood. So we look forward to that. We're actually going to start with the 2 songs today, Unmendable and 21st Century Blood, and also whatever is in the very beginning of this movie. It happened at Arena Monterrey. So pretty big deal, I would think, for people of that age. I'm expecting the quality to be pretty good. Adrian, do you have any thoughts ahead before we start?
Looking forward to traveling back in time.
Okay, yeah, same here. Let's go ahead and see how they did in front of their first arena audience. Yeah. All right, let's go check it out. Munchkins. Different instruments too.
for better or for worse, you'll get what you deserve. It's unmendable for better or for worse, you'll get what you deserve.
Wow. Okay. Thoughts on that, Adrian?
As usual, Danny looks ferocious at moments. It's just awesome. I love it when she gets this ferocious look on her face. Yeah, it's like a kitten that can like rip you to shreds.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it, I guess. Yeah, the tiny terror era is what this is. Yeah, you can tell they don't have the chops that they have today, but they are awfully good. And so, I mean, nobody kill me for saying that. I mean, it's been 6 years and they've been constantly working, so of course they would. They sound really, really good, very impressive. They've got the rawness that reminds me of why I started liking this band in the first place, because they've got it inside them, it's all a matter of getting it out.
Also, Pau's drumming style, the visual aspect of it, is more visible than in the more recent videos. Probably because she's working hard at bang on those drums at this point.
I don't know. Yeah, that's a good question. She's smaller, physically smaller, so maybe that has something to do with it. I don't think she's that much smaller, but I mean, Ali's the one that really changed in this era. I would have been impressed if I were in that audience. In fact, I am impressed. So, as you can see, fewer lights. Just a very basic presentation here. I think this was the first time they tried to get a really nice video recording of her performance. I could be wrong about that. If I am, let me know below, folks. It'd be good to know. Okay, so from here, why don't we go ahead and take a look at their title track on their first album, 21st Century Blood.
Nosotros somos The Warning, estamos súper emocionados de estar aquí por primera vez en la Arena Monterrey. Se llama 21st Century Blood.
heavy, bouncy rhythm that song has.
Yeah, I really liked the sound of that guitar, too.
Yeah.
Especially the stuff right at the end of that song there. There's some different tones there that we're not hearing as much anymore. Just because different brands of guitar, probably different pickups in there, whatever's going on.
Also, Ali, I thought I saw her do some early dive bombing moves there.
Yeah, they don't do it. She doesn't do it as much. Maybe she did a little bit. But,
yeah, I think this is the beginning of it or something.
Well, in general, yeah, none of them are moving as much as they do today. But yeah, she could have been working it up from that point for sure. I mean, I know that at this point, especially if you're going to be in front of an arena, you want to think about ways to move. So they're working there. Of course, this is very early on for them. And that's part of the charm for me. It's just kind of seeing where they were as opposed to where they are today, where they've ended up. And I mean, it's been a really impressive ride, in between in those 6+ years. And yeah, you can definitely see the improvement today. However, these still retain their original charm. And they're quite a lot of fun to watch just the way they are. And I I wouldn't change a thing. That guitar solo may be the longest guitar solo I know of that Danny does. I mean, a lot of times they tend to be a little bit shorter. So she was kind of able to stretch out a little bit on this one. Maybe that's something that's tightened up over the years. I mean, they're also still figuring out what they're going to be musically. At this point, they don't have a crystal ball. They don't know they're going to morph into Error songs or Keep Me Fed songs, anything like that. Queen of the Murder Scene itself would have been kind of a new, like one of those projects that you have to spend a lot of time on to bring to realization. And so they hadn't done that yet. So the other songs are all off of the new album, except for Dull Knives. Comes up later on in the show. Everything else is off the first album. So cool. So we get to watch them as students, almost, I would say. Although they are pretty well into their journey because this is nearly 3 years after they went to Berkeley. They're just going through their progression and just getting better and better. And it's nice to go back and take a look at this. I look forward to seeing the rest of the show, too, because there's a lot of songs on that first album that I really like. And for those wondering, The Killers was the band that they were opening for. They're from Las Vegas. They've been around since 2001. They've been on a number of labels. They've done pretty well for themselves. They've got a lot of records out, even a couple of greatest hits albums. So they're doing all right. All right, so in the meantime, folks, why don't you let us know what you thought of this? And let us know if you were there, of course. You would have had to have been a super fan for that to be the case. But regardless, I would love to hear what your circumstance was. And if you have other suggestions for us, you can leave those below. We'll put them on our list. All right. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. If you enjoyed our presentation, please subscribe. Of course, we're going to continue this show, so stay tuned for the next one. Thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you on the next one. Take care, folks.
See you later.